Good evening and welcome to Wharton Institute for the Performing Arts' second Salon Series concert. I'm Andy Nitkin, Director of Education at Wharton's Performing Arts School and curator for this series. And this concert is being streamed live from the Wharton Arts Theater in Berkeley Heights, New Jersey. As those of you know who have joined us before, the Salon Series, now in its sixth season, is set in an intimate, informal setting with wine and cheese being served, and the performers feeling free to speak and improvise as the evening goes on. We are trying to recreate here in our live stream as best we can that same atmosphere. Tonight's performers are Valdemar Castillo on the trumpet with his collaborative pianist, Salon Park. A new faculty member to us and recent graduate of Arizona State University's master's program, Valdemar has performed in a variety of settings, both classical and jazz, and was a recent runner-up for the Naval Academy's band audition. Salon Park has performed all over the world in many countries and holds a doctorate degree from Manhattan School of Music in New York. We are extremely happy to have both Valdemar and Salon here to perform for us tonight. Our last performance is coming up for the Salon Series will be on December 20th with violin faculty member Mikhail Kuchik. As you can see in front of me here, I have my wine and cheese ready for tonight. I invite those of you, of course, who are of age to grab a glass and join me. And also please consider donating to the number you see on your screen so we can continue to present some of Wharton's wonderful educational events. Without any further delay, Valdemar Castillo and Salon Park.
All righty. Thank you so much again for the introduction, Andy, wherever you may be. Again, my name is Valdemar Castillo, and this is my wonderful and talented accompanist, Soyeon Park, on piano. That was Morceau du Concert, written by J.G. Penniquin, who was, fun fact, a violin player. He wrote so well for the trumpet. It's right in that beautiful register of the mid to high register, which not a lot of people know that that's where the trumpet sounds best. In my studies in Arizona and at Peabody, I've played some pieces for some composers who were violin players, and let's just say it was much harder to do that than to play this. I'd like to talk about myself just a little bit since I'm new here at Wharton. It's my first year here, and it's my first year back in New Jersey after getting my master's at Arizona State. And I'm really excited to be here, and I couldn't be more grateful for the opportunity to play for you guys. I grew up in Jersey City, New Jersey, born and raised all the way up until high school, until actually all the way up and through my bachelor's, actually. And it's a beautiful city. I know it has a bad rap, but it's super diverse and has a really vibrant, diverse community. Thinking back at it, actually, I think about if I would like to take it back or if I would like to grow up somewhere else, but I really wouldn't change it for the world because it exposed me to so many different ideas, identities, sexual orientations, gender, race, ethnicity, all these things that like really require, it's really unique to Jersey City itself. So I'm super grateful for the experience to grow up there and really just wanted to give you some of my roots and where I'm actually from. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the next piece that we'll be playing for you. The next piece is actually not a piece for trumpet, and actually let me get the right trumpet out. The next piece that I'm going to be playing is called, it's actually Alessandro Marcello's Oboe Concerto in C minor. And I know this doesn't look like an oboe, but hear me out. The oboe, this was written for oboe, and us trumpet players love to steal repertoire, especially repertoire from the Baroque era, and play it on piccolo. It's a gorgeous piece filled with lots of melodic lines, but it's also technically challenging. And I think as a musician, and a lot of musicians probably in the chat or here actually, understand what it is to push ourselves to get better every day. And piccolo trumpet is one of the things I've always wanted to get better at. So I figured this would be the perfect time to really put myself to the test and really give it all on my piccolo trumpet skills. So this is Marcello's, Alessandro Marcello's Oboe Concerto in C minor. I hope you enjoy. Also, I'm bending down so the way I can empty my spit in a container, being very careful, COVID era kind of thing. So, tuning B flat, please. Second. Great. if you ever have seen, Patti LuPone recently did a online recital series similar to this kind of setting, where there was no audience, and well, I saw a highlight reel of it, and one of the things that she had said at the very end of it was one of her songs. She was like, "There it is, the sound of no applause," and it was the most awkward thing ever. And so, if I had to endure it, so do you. That was Marcello's oboe concerto in C minor. It's really fun to play, also really challenging, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing it. I only played the first and third movement, forgot to say, because I do love myself and my chops, and sorry about that. So the next thing I'm going to be playing for you is a cornet solo. 1 second while I empty my spit valve safely into the container. The next thing I'd like to play for you is Slavish Fantasy. It's a cornet solo, so immediately when I think cornet solo, I think of Carnival of Venice. And a cornet is a much smaller version of this. It's just compact. It's, instead of cylindrical, which means all the pipe is the same length up until here, it's conical, so it gets bigger as the piping goes along. It's got a much darker, richer sound, and it's more versatile. So a lot of the cornet solos you're used to seeing, like Carnival of Venice or Fantaisie Brillante, are meant to be played on cornet because of how flexible and versatile they are. I will be playing it on a trumpet because that is what I have with me today. I do not have a cornet, unfortunately. But if I did have one, I can show you. Google actually is your friend since you're on the internet. Fun fact, crazy thing. This piece is actually also in minor key. Sorry for back-to-back minor. But it's beautiful because it has an opening cadenza here, and then it also goes into this beautiful lamenting melody, and then it kind of goes into a theme and variation sort of thing on that theme. And it gets harder as it goes along, but it's also Slavish, so it's also very gypsy. So it's very much playing with tempo, which me and my accompanist will do, and we had a lot of fun figuring out during our rehearsals. A lot of fun, actually. And this is actually one of my favorites on the concert, so I hope you enjoy as much as I enjoy playing. This is Slavish Fantasy. Oh my gosh, I can breathe. Don't worry. Whew. My goodness, that's a blower. But that's also probably the most fun I have playing the trumpet. Doing something that's like kind of like on the brick, on the cusp. Sorry, of my ability. But also, it's just so beautiful, that piece. So once again, for those at home, that was Slavish Fantasy. If you'd like to look it up, there are many great recordings of that too. It's a really beautiful cornet solo, not really played often, and it's unfortunate because it's really gorgeous. Okay, so I'd like to talk a little bit about myself, give myself a little break. Again, the fun fact about you that you may not know about me is that I have two little twins at home, and they have been keeping me busy, needless to say, over quarantine. And they are such balls of light, but also they're also getting to cabinets and putting things in their mouth when they're not supposed to, all that good stuff. I think the parents here and in the comment section can absolutely relate. So it's been a little whirlwind for sure. But again, I'm also thankful for Wharton to give me this time and space that I can come and play, especially now that the kids are a little rambunctious. I get a little break. So so quarantine has been a challenge for us all, I think, and my little ones for sure have been keeping me busy, and so it's been bittersweet being able to be home with them, and I know not many of us are as fortunate. So I share this music with you in what's the phrase I'm looking for? With that in mind, I share this music with you from my heart. The next piece I'm going to be playing with you is a favorite of mine. It's Someone to Watch Over Me, written by George Gershwin and arranged by Joseph Turin for trumpet. It's a piece, it's a song, really, about love, and it's a really beautiful song. I'd like to read you some of the lyrics that I thought that were profound. The lyrics read, "Although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he carries the key. Won't you tell him to put on some speed? Follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me." And it really is just beautiful. And I think now, during COVID, during all these politics going on, now a message of love is really needed. And so I'm happy to present this piece with my good friend Soyeon, with that message in mind. So I hope you enjoy Someone to Watch Over Me. That was a good one. And it's good for my soul. Man. Okay, so that was, again, George Gershwin's Someone to Watch Over Me. I highly suggest looking at the version Ella Fitzgerald, sings. It's really gorgeous. And check out all of his music. Honestly, it's all really fantastic. Great music. Okay, so the last piece I have for you today is called Centennial Horizon. And it is my favorite piece of music. The reason why it's my favorite, it's got sentimental value to me. It was the piece that I ended my senior recital with in my bachelor's, and it's kind of like a running joke at my undergrad where like we all play this piece, but I unironically love it. It's a good showpiece. It's a good ending piece for the trumpet. It's got really great lyricism. It's got great lyric lines, but it's also got some technical stuff that it's just really quick and like impressive, and it's just really overall a great trumpet piece. It's written by Kevin McKee, who is a trumpet player, and his wife is a pianist. So this music, all of his music really is phenomenal. He's got some duets for trumpet as well, and as a trumpet player, he clearly knows how to write for trumpet. And so I'm going to switch my horn out, and then we're going to play some Centennial Horizon. Give me a second. The C trumpet. For those at home, the difference between B flat and C trumpet is this is pitched a step higher, so I can play all the same fingerings. It's just now, instead of B flat, I'm playing C as open. Also brighter sound, and I just like this better for this piece. Nice and bright, good lyricism stuff. So, without further ado, let's get this party started. And this is Centennial Horizon by Kevin McKee. One more time. One second. Oh my goodness. And with that, I think we've come to a close, at least on our end, right? Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I hope to see you guys again soon.
Wow, what another great recital. Thanks to you, Valdemar, and Salon for such beautiful and moving music. Great program, great program. Thanks so much. Also, a big thanks to our engineer, Joe DeVico, once again, with our large studio audience here. And a couple other things, please consider donating to the number on your screen so we can keep doing these kinds of events. We hope you will join us on December 20th for our next Salon Series recital. And once again, thanks so much to Valdemar and Salon for such a great performance tonight. Good night, have a pleasant evening. Thank you, and thanks for joining us.